Hello, everyone, and hello, all the ladies and gentlemen, all our viewers and all our listeners out there. Once more, this is Maxton Radio coming to you live from Buru, and today we come to you with a very interesting discussion all about the Wajakoya Manifesto. That's the Roots Party Manifesto. Today in the studio, I have my brother. Maybe he can just introduce himself.
Hello, viewers and listeners. My name is Charlton, and I'm happy to be here today. We want to chambua this manifesto tuone ni wapi tunaweza support, ni wapi hatuwezi support, so that we can flow with it and see if the voters are going to choose Wajakoya as the next president of the country. So let's go, Maxwell.
As they say, Wajakoya the fifth, and we want just to see. Today, my brother, I don't know, this is a manifesto with 10 points, which we'll try to look into and see, because some of the points, some people are saying they are so controversial, and there are people who are in supporting it, and there are those who are opposing it.
Yes.
I don't know which side are you. Are you opposing or are you supporting?
I mean, a mix of reaction on this Wajakoya manifesto. I'm not sure. Some of the points are good. Some of them are just keep off kabisa from this country. We can't even accommodate them anywhere in this country. So we will look into each and every one of it so that we can decide which one do we support and which one do we don't go with.
Okay, straight away to the first point, my brother.
Yes.
The first point in his manifesto is talking about legalize bang and cannabis. Sorry, legalize bang and cannabis. What do you have to say about that?
First, legalize bang and cannabis is a bit off my radar, because you look at the bang itself. Uko ushago kwetu usually say, when you see a madman, most of the time you'll see like people will start saying like it is because of bang. So it is something that we grew up knowing that it has been there, that bang makes people to run mad. How can you now bring it to this country and now say that it's going to be legalized? It better remain that it is illegal, so that we don't make it available for our youth, so that it doesn't cause more damage. So if we go with that kind of example, we are not supposed to legalize bang at all in this country.
Sometimes people come up with good ideas, but it matters from what perspective are you looking at this issue.
Yes.
With me, I think this is a nice idea.
Really?
And,
Really?
Yes. I think this is a very nice idea.
Yes.
Looking at it with the economical impact that it can make to our country.
Yes, for economic impact, I agree on the economic impact. He has a good idea.
Yes.
You see the word there is legalize bang.
Obviously.
That means it is free to be used in Kenya. It is free to be used by anybody for any benefit.
Let me tell you,
yes,
even if we go into things like alcohol, they've been legalized, but there are rules and regulations attached to them. Okay?
Yes.
So it does not mean when it said legalized, it's all about we pour it out there to everyone to start drinking it like water or to start smoking it like whatever. There'll be rules and guidelines to that. So when we look at generally as in like legalized bang is bad, then we are missing the concept. We are missing the idea that that Wajakoya has, and then we start looking into it like it's a bad thing. But we need to look deeper into it. Okay. Today we say this is bad. But how many people out there are smoking bang as we speak? How many of our children have been affected with bang as we speak? So these things are happening, but we don't want to see it. We want to look at the thing, the so-called statement of legalize.
I think you've brought in a new item called alcohol. And you see the way we are actually struggling with alcohol in the country. It is not the same way we want to struggle with bang. Introduce bang again, we'll be struggling with alcohol and bang. We better remain with the bang having to be seen as an illegal item in this country than legalize, because once you legalize bang, you are making it available. You are actually telling people you can smoke bang. That means they will be going on the streets. They will be actually, even if we'll have the smoking zones, they will go into those smoking zones, and the rate of smoke for that bang will be very high. I want to maybe say, if it was that Wajakoya has this agenda of making it a cash crop, let it stick to be a cash crop. a very controlled cash crop, but not making it legal. If we use the word legal, it means even me, if I want to use bang, I'll just walk into the shop and then buy bang and start smoking. So legalize, we better use a different term than legalize. If it is, use it as a cash crop, then we plant it, we do it under maybe, let's say maybe the greenhouses and all that, and it is controlled by the government, that one I can support. But legalize, that word legalize is the one that is giving me a problem.
Listen, bro, we have to accept one thing.
Yes.
Okay? If you want bank, if you step out of this place and go out there with an intention of getting a roll or a sachet of bank,
of course, I can't reach that level.
If you have the money, you'll get it. So that means this product is already in the market. And it's not benefiting either the government in any way, okay? So we are not talking about something we are introducing into this country. It's already existing. People are planting this, people are selling this, people are consuming this. But if we can now put it open, but give rules and regulations on how it can be used, it might benefit even the country, because if we were not able to control it or to eradicate it completely from our country, then we have to find a way to accommodate it to the benefit of everyone. Because saa hii hata tunapoongea, vijana wetu wengi sana wamevuta bangi na wanakaa katika hali mbaya. Kwa sababu gani? This thing is illegal. So kila mtu anavuta, anajificha. Okay? Yeah. But just a minute. But if it is been legalized, inamaanisha kwamba yule atakayevuta akipata madhara yote hiyo kitu, hata jificha, atajitokeza na ataweza kusaidika.
Okay.
And through that, we'll be able to understand even better on how we can take care of this item. Ili, as much as it's helping us, it's not also destroying us.
If we are talking
we have not legalized it, and it is killing us. It is destroying us.
You see, we have not legalized it, and yet it is destroying us. What if we legalize? The consumption of that thing will go high. It better remains underground the way it has remained, so that actually the government can continue pushing policies that control that kind of thing, so that it doesn't come in the limelight with the people just being free to use it the way they want. I want to stick on the side of commercializing the product more than legalizing. If we are able to make it commercial, if we are able to control the way it is actually planted and harvested, and even the usage of this bang, then it is something that we can accommodate. But if we talk about legalized bang so that it can be consumed locally, that is a different story. But if it is for export, because there are markets that actually consume that so that they can make medicine and all that, the way Wajakoya has just claimed.
Bro.
So I believe legalizing part of it,
bro,
we are still
I think we are talking about the same thing, only
yes.
that we are hatupatani ama hatuelewani.
Tunataka tufiche hii kitu itoke kwa watu, isiingie kwa vijana wetu. Because imagine now your daughter or your son, sasa umpate na bangi kwa sababu wamefanya legalization of the bang. Now unampata na piga puff 2 puff 3 kwa sababu amepewa how to use it.
Nataka nikuulize sasa hivi ukiwa umekaa hapa.
Yes.
Pombe imekuwa legalized, sigara imekuwa legalized. Utafurahi kupata mtoto wako akivuta ama akikunywa?
Siwezi furahia.
Sasa what's the difference?
Siwezi furahia kwa sababu tukiongeza bangi tutakuwa tumeongeza another illegal product that is supposed to be, tunafaa kuangalia watoto wasitumie.
It won't be legal, it will be legal. Now it's upon you as a parent to control your child if need be. How many of our children are taking these
even
things?
The two products right now, your cigarette and the alcohol, already it's a problem. Introduce another agent, that will be another third problem. So I believe this one, wacha tuiwache ikae. Kama government Wajakoya ataingia, alafu atafute the way ataweza kucontrol and make sure that it is just for export, strictly for export, then we are good to go. But if it is for using locally, that one, mimi na wase wa religion, wase wa church, sisi wote wakina Ruto, sisi wote tumekata. No votes.
I didn't expect you to mention names. But anyway,
Okay.
now, I pose this question to you.
Yes.
If you are the president
Yes.
of this republic, you've really raised your concern about alcohol, cigarettes, and bang.
Yes.
What would you do about these three products?
I believe these are products that have been there for some time, especially alcohol. It has been brewed locally. And then we have cigarette that has been, it's manufactured. It has been a boom in the country. It has been a business opportunity for so many people. And many people are using these products for business purposes. So what we are looking at is how do we control these things so that our community or our population does not actually delve into it and consume a lot of it, abuse these products, because most of them are addictive. So if I was the president of this country, of which I believe in 2030, I will be looking at something around there.
Yes. In 2030, what will you do?
2030, I'm going to change the policies that will control. I see the government has really tried to control the policies, especially in terms of advertisement, in terms of how these are supposed to be packaged, but they have not done enough yet. So we're still looking at a point whereby we want these products to be more controlled. Even the warnings that they are giving on those packages that carry these products, they are not enough. We need to do zero alcohol, zero cigarette.
So are you trying to say that you would ban them?
I will ban them, but over time, I will slowly take off these products from the shelves, and then the industries, because I understand they provide employment. I understand there is economical value of it.
Yes.
But it causes more damage to our population than the benefit of it. So many cancer sicknesses that we are treating today, they are caused by those kind of products. So we want to believe that if we take these things off shelf, then we are able to control. We are able to actually to benefit our population.
Viewers, your president in 2030,
Yes,
Mr. Charlton, who is going to ban all alcohol and is going to ban cigarettes.
But I say,
and he is not even approving the legalization of bang. I hope he's going to create enough jobs to fill up the gaps that he's going to have created by banning all those products. Anyway, that is his views, and I believe he has a reason for that.
Yes.
Let's look into the second point.
Yes.
He's talking about the snake farming.
Snake farming.
Snake farming.
Yes.
This is tricky. This is tricky.
Very.
Kuna watu kama mimi kwanza nyoka kuiona hiyo ni shida. Sasa kuifuga sasa ndio balaa zaidi. Sasa hapa itakuwa vipi? Itakuwa vipi kwamba sasa tunaanza kufuga?
You know, when I saw this point here, snake farming, I was actually envisioning a farm. Umeweka fence and then you have surrounded it with a wire. Alafu maybe you
completely. You've sealed it off completely.
Dig some holes so that the snakes can be staying there, and then you create a platform whereby the snakes can be going there and basking on the sun so that they can get that good health. When you go to sell that snake, your snake ikinuka hivi
iko na kilo.
So coming on the other side of it, it scared me again, because you can imagine a family where a village actually where we have each and every family rearing snakes. A family having snakes, alafu snake ya msee inapotea inakuja kwa nyumba yako, alafu jirani anatafuta snake. Sasa umetakana namna gani?
Jirani anakuja
Wajakoya ametuenjoy. But coming seriously on this point here, snake farming, I don't believe it's serious. Because look at it this way. You guys are rearing snakes. In fact, in our village, if you were found rearing a snake, you are looked at as a witch. So snakes are a sign of witchcraft. And even in the Bible, you look at the snake, what does it symbolize? It symbolizes the deceitful,
kind of satanic powers.
And satanic powers that you see. Although also Moses used the snake. What was it on the? He raised a snake, and then people were looking at it and they were getting healing. So this kind of, in this generation, in these times of life, we cannot rear snakes. And that is African culture, actually Kenyan culture. It doesn't allow rearing of snakes.
You'll be a witch.
So we will be all witches.
Look at it this way.
Yes.
Look at it this way.
Yes.
You have a farm of snakes.
A
Okay?
farm of snakes.
These snakes, you're selling them and getting money. Okay? Secondly, having a farm of snakes, you'll attract tourists to come and just see them. How much money will you make out of it, bro?
Now, when you look at on the side of tourism, let's say my village has snakes, your family has snakes, the other family has snakes.
It's called the...
Where are we going to have the economic value or the tourism value?
It's called the snake village.
We will have, yes, the snake village, like the one that is in Kisumu.
The snake village.
We cannot have a snake village. If we
No,
have,
we are not looking at the people that stay around. We are looking for tourists from all over the world coming to view these snakes and also learning from it. And then we are also exporting these things. People are eating snakes. People eat snakes. People use snakes for whatever. The poison is used for doing several things and creating. So it's something so good.
Yeah, good intentions, but snake. You see, even the
It's
snake
all about
itself,
execution.
The snake itself is an endangered species. Right now, it is in the control
Now
areas.
now that is even better because now we are going to have more production of these things. We are
So
going,
you are
there'll be
going to
more
have
reproduction.
Kenya full of snakes, my
Yes.
friend.
Now
You
see,
walk here, you step on a snake,
you
it bites
just
you.
now confirm this point so nice because when you say it's an endangered species, that means now we are going to be able to reproduce snakes and and all varieties. Unasikia kipython kinatoka 10,000. Hii ingine inatoka 3 million. Sasa watu wanakimbilia ile iko bei na juu ndio wanafuga.
Hapana. Snakes, rearing snakes in Kenya, I don't think it will go well with especially the religious part of it, and also just the community and the culture of this country. We are not ready for snake rearing. So if you are able to introduce bang, you legalize bang, and then again you start rearing snakes. You know, all these things are new introduction into the system of the
They
country.
are not new.
They are new.
It's just a matter of now exposing them. People are rearing snakes. People are consuming bang.
You know,
but it's like watu wamejificha. Nataka wajitokeze hivi, and then we can see on how we can get the economical value of those products.
I'm thinking Wajakoya has a strategy to fish out these guys called the witches. Because once we say that these snakes are legal, they will come out with their snakes, and then we'll be able to arrest all of them. Because now it cannot work in this country that we are rearing snakes, my friend. We will scare away all the tourists.
No, they come all the way to come and see these things.
Maybe you'll remain with
Sasa
Chinese
kama
who will come to test the
tunafuga
meat.
sasa tunafuga mpaka tunalisha puff ada kinajaa kinanona kiasi hii. Akikuja hivi anapima kilo. Kwanza wachingu vile wanatembea
Wewe imagine
huko.
umeamka
Wakipatana
asubuhi.
na kipuff ada kinatoka kama 15 kgs.
Amka
Hapo
asubuhi.
mtu wangu mtu amejiondoa kwa maskini.
Amka asubuhi upatana na puff ada imeinua mguu kichwa actually hivi na kuangalia hivi.
Si ndio hivyo
My
sasa.
friend,
Hapo ni figures
we'll have a
unaangalia.
lot of snake bites in this
Ile
country.
inainua kichwa hivi.
We will
Hiyo ni
have a
pesa
lot
kwanza
of-
unaangalia pesa
tutakuwa na
ngapi?
vilema wengi sana kwa hii country.
Vilema wa
because
nini?
You see the snakes, snake ikikubite, it has a lot of poison, and this poison can make you to become lame. So over time tutakuwa tuna country yenye kona vilema, ma wheelchair all over. So we need to do away with these
Snake
snakes.
bites are treatable, my friend.
We are
Snake
not
bites
going-
are treatable, just like
For me,
mosquito bites.
when I become
what's
the
what's the big
president-
deal with snake bites? And then this is it's going to be a regulated thing. It's not just
When I
a matter
become the
of
president, I don't want to see a snake. In fact, in my
when
childhood,
but
yes,
not now.
If he will have legalized, if he will win the elections,
Yes.
and then legalize actually now introduce the snake farming in this country,
Yes.
I will revert that with immediate
You will
effect.
revert na
In
ndio
my
utakuja
first
shikilia
day in the
economy, my
office,
friend.
my first day in the
Utang'ang'ana
office,
aje na
I
economy?
look for other things that can
Other
bring
things
us
kama nini?
economic
Other
value.
things kama nini?
Things like we
Umekataa bang,
motivate, we
umekataa bang,
we
umekataa
motivate
snake.
sports in
Let
this
me
country.
ask you, where kama like now think like a president as you are visionarizing it, like
Yes,
you can
yes.
become a president.
Yes.
How would you sustain your economy? Isn't it to sustain economy?
We
economy
have very many other optional economic
Like what?
values.
Like what?
For example, I can start with the talent.
Yes.
Talent in this country, especially like football. I can motivate a lot of talent around. What you need to do is just develop facilities that can train this talent and invest
Where
in
will
this.
you get the
in
money
this
to develop
culture.
the facilities?
I will have gotten the coffer that will have raised the money from the previous regime.
From the snakes and the bang.
Yes.
You see?
And then I kill that one.
No, you cannot take money from the snakes and bang and then you kill it.
But snakes, no.
You
Snakes,
cannot
we
sustain
it. We cannot take up snakes.
Snake farming.
Yeah.
I hope my villagers are
Snake
watching.
farming.
We
that
transform
one.
our village into the snake village.
Farming,
And we will get rich.
No. We only leave it
We'll get
to
rich.
witches. Witches,
The
riches.
good thing I know is that these things are going to be controlled and regulated. They'll have guidelines on how to operate. It's not just going to be an open market where people walk around.
No. About snakes, no. That one, no. For me, it's a
So,
no.
my villagers, let's prepare.
My
The snake
followers, my
village.
voters, snakes.
The snake village is coming.
It's across.
And we're going to make it big and we'll be the richest village in this country.
Wajakoya Pro.
No, I like this concept.
Yeah.
He's gone out of the box and giving us ideas that are realistic.
Let me
things that
tell
we
you,
can
let me
relate
tell you the matter behind this guy called Wajakoya.
Yes.
This, all of this ulabalu that comes around with his manifesto,
Yeah.
it was something just to woo this, the hustler narrative, to bring about actually a confusion between the hustler and just to merge.
A few minutes ago you mentioned the name.
To spoil that discussion.
Some few minutes ago you mentioned the name. Now you are mentioning.
In fact, I'm not leaning to any side of the party, but I'm just saying what I feel from in my heart.
So you think Wajakoya is not going to be the president?
Wajakoya cannot be president with
Why?
snakes. Maybe the snakes, he rears the snakes, and then they will vote for him next time. But I like his confidence. I like his ideas, although they are not ideas that we can implement today. The ideas maybe in the near future, he can do them when his son or his daughter becomes a president of this country. Thank you.
That is so sad for people who are. Do I say?
Yeah.
Do I say small-minded people
No,
who
these are
don't
big
want to?
minds, big
Anyway,
minds.
let me see now. This number 3: export dog meat.
Wow.
That's beautiful. Yeah?
For this one,
That's the best. I hope
you
put a finger here, bro.
You know, the dog meat, meat.
Export dog meat.
First, dog is an animal
Yes.
that we do not consider food. We do not
It's not for
consider.
you, bro. It's for export.
For export, that
For
means
those who consume.
we need to, okay, that means we put up a lot of space for the dogs. Eh? If I decide to rear dogs and then I start exporting the dog meat,
Yeah.
I don't think that
You
one
want to say we need-
I'll give it a benefit of doubt.
You
eh?
want to say we need more space than the people are rearing cows?
You see, right now, even cows, rearing the cows, it's not easy because we don't have the space.
Now the dog meat now comes in.
The dogs need even more space because you
No.
see, these are people these are actual animals that you need to create for kennels so that they can be reared, they can be fed,
That's a very small space.
and you
They are being
know
reared for meat, not for hunting.
you know how much it consumes per day.
You cannot
And
compare.
dog meat, actually, dog food is sold in the supermarkets. So
And that means
it becomes very expensive
that
to rear
means the
a snake.
value of the meat will also be expensive. And look at it, we are exporting this meat.
To where?
You don't
We
know
only have one market
Where?
for dog meat
Where?
in China.
in China. What's
Yeah.
the population of China?
Population in China is around 450 million. 450 million.
Good market.
And
best market.
I believe they also do the rearing of their snakes. Eh? And again, we need to look at the international standards of those animals. Are they protected under the law of the international standards? Do we have any policies guiding on how this dog meat or the dogs are supposed to be handled? We have all those. We need to consider that.
Oh, yes.
So he hasn't considered that.
He has.
We have,
For him to state that it's for export, that means he has considered that. If he will not have considered, he will not say it. Lazima tuangalie kila jambo.
No, he has to tell us. He has to come on table and tell us, this is what I found out about the international law on dogs, and it allows us that we can actually rear dogs, and then we are able to export for meat. So there are some things that you need to, there are some businesses that are not ethical. You will do them, but in the long run, they bring you a problem as a country. So it's something that needs to be researched. I haven't researched about it, but with the time, I can either agree with him or
I think Kenya,
I'm neither there or here.
I think Kenya is a well-established country and has a full understanding of all the international policies that regards to such things. And I know for him to speak, he's a presidential aspirant. He's not an MCA or an MP. He's a presidential aspirant. So he must have considered all those things before settling on export. Okay. So you cannot say that hakuangalia.
Okay, for that dog meat or exporting dog meat, I'm neither here or there, but I'll let me just leave it at that to consider it either or not.
I think I have the wrong person in this studio because this guy doesn't seem to see anything
we can't
positive
support
out of this.
Wajakoya's policies, my friend.
Is it the manifesto you're not supporting, or you just have something against Wajakoya?
No, I don't have anything with the Wajakoya because in fact he's a very good friend of mine. We had 2 years.
Where do you come from? Where do you come from?
I come from the interiors of Western Kenya.
Yes, that's where there is a market for dogs.
I understand.
Don't you have a market for dogs in Western?
There is Lupao.
Yes, and then you are the same person who's going against the issue of exporting. You have a market for it.
Bro, when you find yourselves that you are killing dogs every day and you are actually marketing, you are selling. In fact, we haven't even started exporting meat for beef. Let me say beef.
My friend, we are exporting baga donkeys.
It's not enough. Why can't we concentrate on that, which is more lucrative than the dog meat?
Who said it's more lucrative than dog meat?
It is more lucrative.
My friend, this is
my research shows. How many kilograms can you get from a dog?
It's not the kilos, it's the value.
The value is it's not that high. Like
more expensive kuliko
ng'ombe moja iko na ngapi?
Ng'ombe haiwezi fikia dogi.
Ng'ombe inapita dogi baya sana. Ng'ombe we are talking about almost 200 kgs. Dogi we are talking about we talking about 15 20
hata ifiki 20 kgs.
That's around 20 kgs.
Dogi ni kitu kilo 7 8 hata ifiki labda 10 tu.
Sasa imagine.
Cheki.
How do we get value from that?
Cheki, you know, this is special meat. Si nyama ya kuokotwa kwa barabara kila mahali, ni nyama special, nyama ya dogi mtu wangu. Na umesikia akisema it's for export.
Why can't you start with the things like ostrich farming? We motivate that. We have a lot of farming around that we can do actually to motivate and bring it to success than introducing other.
He's looking at the economical value. Economical value.
But you
what
see the
impact
danger,
is it going to make to the economy?
The danger that we face in trying to get economic value out of some other things. You see the danger that we expose ourselves to.
Which danger? There's no danger there.
There is international law.
We consider that.
There is health issues.
Which health issues?
Because you see, it is not enough to work 5 years and then you come up with such kind of policies and implement them. It will take a lot of time. Again, you'll need to do a lot of capacity building to your people so that you can rear that. Now, we're also asking, where did he benchmark these things? He needs to come up with a write-up and tell us, this is where I benchmarked. I've found out that dog meat really sells, and show us the economic value in those countries.
Hata kama sijui nishajua. Hiyo ni China ali benchmark.
Only.
I don't know. I hope I'll convince this guy even on one point, because so far we are on the third point and he's not convinced on any. So let's look at the fourth point, which is talking about hang the corrupt. Mr. President 2030. Mr. President 2030.
I think on the hang the corrupt, I will not still concur with him, because matters of life and death lies in the hands of God. So what he's supposed to do, just follow the right procedure, do a lot of investigation, make sure that you are prosecuting the right people, because most of the time you get that the people that have been implicated in corruption, they are not the real people that are the beneficiaries of the corruption. So when you talk about hang the corrupt, you are not sure if you are hanging the right person. You are only hanging a person who has been implicated, and yet the facts does not show, or maybe the facts are just lied towards this person that he's the corrupt person. But the beneficiary, the big fish of the corruption, they walk out there just scot-free without any repercussions on their side.
Listen to what he says under this point. He says, Wajakoya will take no prisoners with corrupt suspects. In his 10-point manifesto, he says his government will go after the corrupt, convict convict graft suspects, who will then be hanged. We shall seek legislations of the death penalty to hang anyone who has stolen public funds.
Yeah.
He said in an interview, people that steal huge sums of money deserve nothing but death. There will be no room for corruption in my administration. That is Wajakoya.
On this point of
He's
corruption,
saying, listen, he's saying we will convict them. He doesn't say they'll just be taken and be hanged. There'll be a process through which they'll be proven to have committed the offense. And he has stated that people are stealing large sums of money.
do you know, in this country, I having that power, I might use you as a small guy to perform my corrupt dealings, and then I be the beneficiary, but you are the executor of the corrupt dealings. So you end up being prosecuted. You end up being hanged on the cost of my dealings. So
Then it's upon you to prove to the court that it was not you are working under someone. Okay?
Yes.
If you cannot prove that to the court, that means then you're guilty.
you're not able to do, because this country, it has a lot of bureaucracy, and you find that what we're supposed to do, if he becomes a president, I will advise him to do this. Wajakoya, please put in structures that are able to control corruption instead of hanging people whom you are not sure, because the law just relies on the facts. If you don't have any facts to actually to get out of the trap, then you are done. But if you are able to come up with the systems, one of the systems is just making sure that the government that you will be working for is streamlined so that no corrupt dealings can take place. You seal all the loopholes.
Let me tell you, umesema seal all loopholes.
Yes.
The one way of sealing those loopholes ni take care of these people whom you claim wanafanya vitu kwa niaba ya watu fulani ambao hawezi kuwa tracked. Tukishika kamoja tufinye, wengine wataokopa. Hawa watu wenye unasema wanafanyiwa vitu wakiwa behind the scene, watatumia nani?
Unajua desperation inafanya mtu afanye nini? Afanye vitu zenye ata regret baadaye. At that point anafanya. You see, like even right now as human beings, unajua tu hii ni dhambi, lakini unatenda, unajua tu hii ni dhambi, bado unaiperform, unafanya vile unataka, unajua kesho kuna hukumu. Na hiyo kesho, because you are not sure itakuja ama haitakuja, you keep on doing the sin. So this is the same thing that is happening with the corruption in this country. Unapata mtu ana benefit at that moment, not caring about the repercussions of tomorrow. So if you were to start hanging, we'll hang a lot of people who are innocent.
Watu wanafanya hivyo kwa sababu wanapitia katika hali ngumu, kwa sababu uchumi uko vibaya.
Yes, yes.
So by us taking care of these people, that means our economy is going to be better. So these people will not be desperate. They'll have something on the plate. They'll have something to work for. They'll have something to sustain themselves.
Rearing the snakes.
Wewe imagine, kitu ya kwanza bangi inauzwa kuuzwa, pesa inaingia. Kitu ya pili snakes zinaleta tourism na zinaleta pesa. Kitu ya tatu ilikuwa nini? Ya tatu ilikuwa export dog meat. Waangalia hizo pesa zimetoka huko juu kufika third point. Alafu fourth point sasa zile zinaibiwa tunazirudisha. Ni Mkenya gani atakuwa so desperate to get himself involved in that, knowing that if I'm found mazeni kinyongo?
Unajua nini, hii penalty ya kinyongo haiko kila mahali, na hii country yetu it's not ready for kinyongo. It is unethical, it is so inhuman. So what happens
that's why people are taking advantage of the situation, that it is unethical, it's what and then
what's happening around is that people, actually the systems that come in place are ready to actually loot from the government. They are ready to loot from the government coffers.
Because nothing will happen.
Not that way. They are trying to recover their money. What happens?
Which the money guys?
Right now, what has been happening? People have been running campaigns, and those campaigns are very expensive. So the issue that we have as a country, when these leaders go there, they want first to recover their money, and that is the kind of the mind that they have. That's why you see mtu anaamuka tu leo anasema nataka kufanya nini, nataka kuwa MCA, nataka kuwa MP, nataka kuwa president. You see, because they think there is a lot of money there, instead of actually going there to serve the country, to serve your countrymen, going there to make policies that will be able to help this country to move forward. These people are just going there to loot from the coffers of the government.
And that's what Wajakoya is taking care of.
So they don't loot direct. They loot indirectly.
Whether it's direct or indirect, we'll track them and find them.
They use businessmen, they use their junior employees, they use their agents to ensure that they are getting money. So if you are to prosecute these people, you are prosecuting the wrong people. You are actually hanging the wrong people. So what we need to do is to come up with policies that will control the stealing. Right now we have very high IT technology around. We just need to employ technology and make sure that the people who are in control of those systems are people who are very people of high integrity.
Let me ask you
and
this.
People who are ready to die for the country.
Allow me to ask you this.
Yes.
Unasema tukiua watu tutakuwa na the wrong people.
Yes.
So watu wasiende kichinjio because they are the wrong people. What if we've done investigation na tumepata whether ni big fish or small fish, tumepata the right person? Hastahili kunyongwa?
Hastahili kunyongwa.
Afanye nini sasa?
Mfunge miaka hata maisha. Wacha akae kule ndani. Wataogopa. Kunyongwa na kufunga mtu maisha.
Watu wangapi wamefungwa? Nani ameogopa?
You know death is an ultimate penalty. So that one you cannot take it in your hands, no matter how. Kuna mahali Biblia ilisema about death, but in all, Yesu alikuja akasema nini? Love is the main thing and forgiveness is the main thing. So instead of actually hanging these people or killing them,
we love them.
We don't, not that we love them. We just keep them. We keep them somewhere out there.
Them where?
We confine them from We confine them from the freedom they will be enjoying. Keep them away from those things so that they are not be able to kura.
Atusaidii. Hatuwezi kuwa tumeibiwa kila kitu na watu tunataka kuwashughulikia, unatuambia we love them and we keep them.
Death penalty.
Ufunga huyo mtu kwa jela inafaa tumlishe. Alafu pia juu ni VIP tena anaenda VIP.
You know, matters of life and death, vile nimesema, if you respect God.
Labda Mungu naye ameamua sisi ndio tutakamilisha life yake.
No.
You die for your sins.
God, you don't end someone's life no matter what. You just keep that person, Mungu mwenyewe amhukumu.
Kumweka kwa jela si atakufa.
Mweke tu, utampatia chakula.
Bado wewe utakuwa umefanya
utampia chakula, utampatia mavazi,
hiki kitu tupige shortcut.
Healthcare,
tupige shortcut hiki kitu.
Maneno ifike. Yes.
Labda hiyo ndio siku yake. Labda hiyo ndio siku yake. Kwani wewe unajua?
Hapo hatuwezi songa na hivyo.
We, msipige kura hapa. Hiyo 2030 anasema msipige kura hapa. Hatuwezi kuwa. How do we handle this thing? Because kila kitu anatetea. Hataki tuuze nyoka. Hataki tuulize live banki. Hataki tuuze nyama ya dogi. Bado hataki hata to hang the corrupt. Na sasa hii watu wanaumia. People are going through tough times, bro.
No.
Na ukiangalia vitu zote ni because of corruption.
Because why are we having corruption in this country? It's because let
me answer you that question.
Yes.
It's because we are not giving the corrupt ile dawa inawatosha. So hata wasi uoga kwa hiyo dawa haitoshi. Inatosha.
It will not heal the people.
Let me tell you, okay, probably labda haitoshi, but we are yet to serve. Let us serve and see the impact.
Look at it this way. Wezi or robbers every day, they keep stealing, knowing very well wakipatikana they will be shot dead. Does it stop them from stealing? They still steal.
Hiyo ni vitu ndogo hiyo.
Ni ndogo, but it's a
hapa mtu wangu inchi iko kwa magoti.
It's a death.
Unadaiwa billions and billions of shillings.
So,
alafu wewe unatuambia.
And that's what I'm saying. Hiyo hawezi ogopa. Hawezi ogopa akasema sasa because there is a death penalty nitaacha kufanya corruption.
Wataogopa.
Wezi bado wanaiba.
Wataogopa.
Of course wanajua wakipatikana M-Pesa zinaibiwa.
Unaona hao wezi ni watu wanatafuta food.
M-Pesa zinaibiwa.
Those are billionaires still looting our
No, we are looking at it this way. Is it going to stop them from doing the corrupt ways?
Listen,
if we don't have systems that control corruption.
Mimi nimekuambia hivi.
Yes.
Hii ni dawa hatujapeana. Tupeane tuone itatibu ama haitatibu. Kama itatibu we will think
already tunapeana through your extrajudicial killing. whereby unapata mwizi alikuwa naiba amepigwa. Hawaogopi bado wanaiba.
Story nyingine, we are talking about corruption bana.
I'm just giving you an analogy in terms of how this thing has been carried on the other side. But people still they still go out there stealing. So even corruption, they will not fear doing corruption. They'll still go into corruption and they will come out wakijua it's death penalty. So watakuwa najua anytime nikishikwa nimeshikwa peke yangu nitanyongwa. You get? So death penalty is not a solution to corruption. Death penalty will just cause people to wataogopa siku za kwanza, but they will continue to steal.
Wase tupige shortcut tumalizane nao wase.
Well, nimalizana na wewe because sasa
now the fifth point. Sasa hii.
Yes.
Hii hata sina maoni lakini wacha nisikie. My brother here seems to be so much informed and I think he'll help me on this. Number 5, suspend the constitution.
You don't suspend the constitution of Kenya. You don't work backwards. You don't press a refresh button. What you're supposed to do with the constitution of Kenya, you just audit the constitution, look into what is working, what is workable with us. Yes, I understand the constitution is not to the level that we supposed to, that it favors everyone, because Wajakoya said that this constitution was imported from the whites and then it was brought in the country. So it favors those people who are actually able to board flights. They go out there and then they bring it back here so that it can favor them. I understand that, but we need to audit the constitution, look at what is workable for this country, and unlike where it came from. So hatuwezi sema tu you suspend the whole constitution. You're supposed to look at what is good and what is not good. We change what we can change so that it can fit our lifestyle.
But you're aware there are countries that are surviving with no constitution.
Okay, I'm not a lawyer.
You are aware.
But
countries like the UK, Canada, New Zealand, Israel, they are operating without a constitution.
Then that's when I'm getting education from you. But what I'm saying is, we are not going to suspend constitution. We are supposed to audit. Look at, because the cost of actually suspending the constitution and then coming up with a new constitution is so huge. Because you'll come up with a new constitution and then it doesn't fit the current generation. Again, mwanze kusema you want to revert to the latter.
Mimi hata hapa sina kitu ya kusema. Sababu sasa kama hatuna sheria, hata hatuna vitu zinatuguide. Si wataiba inchi sasa.
Bas, sasa wewe umeona sasa venye mjamo wenu wanapoteza. We need to be serious about that.
Number 6.
Yes.
Shutting down the standard gauge railway.
Shutting down the SGR. Sasa
SGR,
again, how can you do that? Because you look at this SGR. We need to look at the reasons why he's saying that we shut down the SGR. Do we have any tangible reasons about
that? Now, how is this thing helping us?
SGR,
how are we benefiting from
it has actually given us an option for transport, especially from Coast to Nairobi to Naivasha to Naivasha.
Is it cheaper and better or more comfortable?
It is cheaper and it is efficient. It is faster than.
Is it more comfortable?
If compared when we didn't have this SGR. Look at it this way. You are traveling to Mombasa. So your options are just two. You either go by air or go by bus. Now, what are some of the dangers you expose yourself when you're going by bus? We used to hear a lot of accidents on the roads. But nowadays, it is not so much the way it used to be. Because most people opt to go with SGR, so they decongest the roads. So it becomes easy for them to run on the road, on the SGR, than going on the roads. And again, it has eased the pockets of the population. Because those people who are using the air, most of the time, if it becomes expensive, they opt for SGR. Again, moving of the cargo. The movement of the cargo has also eased a lot of pressure from the roads. Every time we'll hear of potholes and all that. Right now, when we maintain our roads, you know, those trucks that are passing on the roads are not as many as they used to be. So right now, most of the cargo is being moved on the SGR. So it has more benefits.
But how does it benefit our economy?
In terms of economic value, we have our citizens covered. They are actually covered. They are not exposed to a lot of dangers like those accidents. And again, what we gain, you see the economic value of this is countries like Uganda, countries like Tanzania, they are getting their cargo through that SGR. So it becomes easy. We are not maintaining a lot of, every time we have to maintain our roads because of the overusage by the trucks. So that is an economic value.
I think we'll look into the next 2 points and then we'll leave it at that because I don't think if I'm really...
I'm waiting you to get to the hyenas.
There are no hyenas here. The hyena thing was an AOB. It was just an extra.
Hyenas, my friend.
Now, I hope now you'll support this one.
Yes.
4-day work a week. Yani tunapiga job 4 days peke yake mtu wako. Hiyo pia unakata.
Alafu hizo 4 days zingine zinaenda.
Watu wa chill, watu wa relax.
You know as a corporate manager.
Wewe wacha zako pia. Wewe wacha zako.
As a corporate manager,
yes.
I've worked in corporate for so many years.
Yes.
And one of the worst things that can happen is holding back the human capacity or holding back the labor, holding back these people that are supposed to work for the farm so that it can grow. You see, having 4 days, working only 4 days, we are wasting.
Kumbuka amesema ni 4 days, 24 hours. 4 days, 24 hours. Yes. So that's like 8 days.
4 days, 24 hours.
That's better than 7 days, bro.
So which are the days that are suggested?
No, he's not been specific.
So he needs to go deeper.
Amesema make every Friday.
You see, you're also laughing about it. You don't support this thing, my friend.
No, I like it because we are going to be a 24-hour working nation. So that means we'll be able to cover
Sunday.
Friday, Saturday and Sunday ni holiday mtu wangu. Watu wajibane.
Holiday.
Hizo siku nne watu wametengeneza pesa mzuri. Economy iko sawa.
Let me tell you, if you are to put 3 days holiday, how much are you going to spend in those 3 days?
But listen, you have to look at this thing from the top, okay? Tumetengeneza pesa na nyoka, tumetengeneza pesa na bangi, tumetengeneza pesa na dog meat.
Pesa nyoka ni ya uchawi.
Achana nazo.
Bangi hiyo ni illicit.
Tumetengeneza pesa na dog meat,
Alafu ni illegal.
Na alafu tumehang the corrupt. So hakuna do inapotea. So we have enough money. Sherehe mtu wangu tunapiga Friday to Sunday.
Alafu mko na bangi. Mko na
bangi
ya kusherehekea.
Already bangi kwa.
No. We can't work that way. This country you will experience one of the worst dispensations of this country.
Tunapiga sherehe mtu wangu kuanzia Friday.
Hapana.
Tumepiga job 24 hours.
Tukileta kitu kama hiyo hii country. My friend, at you're resting 4 days. You are resting actually 3 days. Na bado uko na bangi. Unabangika for 3 good days. When you go to work the following day,
uko aire.
Do you know currently tuna work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Do you know Monday is a very slow day? Friday is a very slow day. So we are working 3 days.
It's not a slow, it's a very hyped day.
It is slow and it is slow. In most people, they are not productive. It is hype in the other side, but it is slow
on production.
Side, on productivity. We are not productive. So Monday and Friday, they are not productive days. We have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, which are very productive. So if you are to say that to rest siku ngapi, tatu, that Friday, means you are working Saturday, only Saturday. 2 days. And especially kama kuna bangi, we are working 1 day. So we don't have a day that you are working in this country.
Unajua bangi wanasema bangi ukipiga tu puff moja 7 years ndio itoke kwa mwili.
So imagine the other
tuko tu aire.
Uanze sasa kupiga puffs every 3 days every week. My friend umecheese.
Tukontoz Monday to Friday.
Wewe kuisha kabisa. Hatuwezi kubali wewe Wajakoya.
Msa hataki holiday.
Wajakoya wewe. Hebu endo
msa hata holiday hataki bana. Anataka aje.
Hapana. For this country actually to go ahead and the
economy unasikianga wa stingy.
Lazima to work.
Aya, this one now. Move the capital city from Nairobi to Isiolo.
Hiyo naweza sema okay, we have cities in Nakuru, we have cities in Kisumu, we have another one coming up in Mombasa, right?
Mombasa is already a city.
It's already a city.
Yes.
Yeah, so why move You just motivate that Isiolo to become a city on its own, and then we motivate industrial development in that area so that it becomes a city.
Exactly. That is what that's the impact of that's the impact that the capital city will make to Isiolo. If you move the capital city to Isiolo, it will attract those resources to that place. So utapata hizo ma industries zinakimbilia huko ku develop because it's the capital city. Resources zote zinaelengeshwa huko because lazima tuilete the standards ambayo inafaa, and the area will develop. But ukisema tu ikuje tu, kwani miaka ngapi haijakama?
Unajua Wajakoya yako ni kama ako kwa dreamland.
Very realistic.
Acha nikwambie why I'm saying that. For him to make Isiolo a capital city,
yes,
it will take time because lazima ukama hapo na Ikulu, lazima ukama up na KICC huko, lazima ukama up na quite a number of things there. So the budget to develop that Isiolo to the standards of becoming a capital city, it will take quite a number of years to do it. And if he becomes a president, it might not happen in his regime. It might happen in the next maybe 2 generations for it to become a capital city. But to make it a city, it can take a short time because it's all about actually introducing metropolitan services in those areas, and then it becomes a city on its own. But we make capital city, that is a dream today that we cannot go into. So we are looking at Isiolo becoming a city, not a capital city. You start creating it to become a city, and then it becomes a capital city later when it is able or in that capacity.
I think I'm done with you because hata nikisoma zingine bado utapinga tu. But looking at the social media,
ngoja hiyo ya nini, ngoja hiyo ya hyena.
No, hiyo hata I'm not even going there. Looking at the social media platform, naona DJ Outline hapa anasema Wajakoya the 5th na ameweka fist juu. Naona Ferdinand aka Chopiza Flavor anasema very controversial, ajui asimamia wapi. Naona hapa Rich Boy anasema yeye anataka pesa, hataki kujua mahali itatoka. Pesa ikuwa.
Kwa hivyo hayuko ready hata kuinvest kwa snakes ama
no, yeye anasema anataka doi kama itatoka kwa nyoka ama bangi ama yeye anataka pesa.
That is lazy citizenry because haujui hizo repercussions of what is going to happen for you to come up with, get the money, you see.
Iko mwingine anajiita Rozi anasema Wajakoya my man. Wajakoya ako na support mtu wangu. Anyway, viewers, you also have your right of opinion, and yes, I think having gone through that the few points that we managed to cover, you also have your opinion, and you also have the right to judge for yourself. I think I'll give my brother the last word, and then tutamalizia pale. Well, maybe give us your last words on the discussion. And
yes.
Then we see.
I think the country is so sober. The country is very good to actually analyze all these manifestos that have been given by our politicians. You see, those are politicians. There are those who are politicians and those who are leaders, those who are ready to give servant leadership, and those who are just politicians. They just want to get there for the sake of the name. So what we are looking at every day, look into those manifestos. Some of them are not even realistic. We have to look at things that are realistic for this country, things that can actually be implemented in this country, and not just things that we want to dance about or we just want to hear about. Things that can actually motivate the economy of the country. So I really wish that this citizenry will be able to look into those manifestos and choose your leaders wisely. Otherwise, 2030 tuonane kwa debe.
Thank you everyone. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for being with us through the session. I want to believe you are informed to an extent to make the right decisions. The leaders are out there, their ideas, their manifestos, their campaigns. You can see, you can listen, you can understand. The decision is in your hands. Make sure you make the wise decision and choose the right leader. God bless you so much. It's been a great time, a great moment together. Once more, it's Maxton Radio, live from Buruburu. We love you. Catch us up next. Tutatafuta manifesto ingine pia tuikuja nayo.
Next time tunachambua manifesto yangu sasa.
Huyu tukichambua manifesto yake itakuwa tu ban.
Yes.
Sasa hiyo we leave it at that. Thank you so much. God bless you. Till next time. Cheers.